All right, everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of Tacos en Europa. I am Jorge.
My name is Edgar.
We have a very good episode, but before we start, let me remind you guys that you guys can listen to us on all podcast platforms as well as on YouTube. You can now give us a subscription, you can give us a like, you can give us a comment. Let us know what you guys like about the episode and what you guys don't like and what you guys want to talk about on the next episode. You can also follow us on all social media platforms. We have TikTok, we have Twitter, we have Reddit, Instagram, I think Facebook sometimes, and any platform. Just look up Tacos en Europa and you can find us. Be sure to interact with us, give us a follow, and again, let us know what you guys want to hear on the next episode of Tacos en Europa. But let's go ahead and kick things off, man, in England, where we actually have some news, because we have 90 minutes, I think, something like that, from Raúl Jimenez.
Definitely 90 minutes. What didn't happen is he did not play football.
That 90 minutes of something. I mean, really, not just him. All Wolves was just out there just kind of like standing, man. They did not earn their paycheck on this Sunday game. Flopping around 5-0 defeat against Arsenal at an away game. Nothing from Jimenez. Not even one ball was received. He wasn't himself either, but also the team wasn't really helping. So it was just a sad way to see Wolves go out in the last game of the season.
Oh, it was. You know, it's a very bitter goodbye for them. You know, like it's not on their field, it's not in the Molineux, and in general, Wolves have been terrible. Lopetegui wasn't in the touchline this week, and you could tell he just put Raúl in to try to like appease the fans.
Yeah, it was a pity. It was a pity start. Yeah, it was a pity start.
I didn't like it.
So, I mean, it was kind of lame, but I mean, at the same time, like he did what he had to do for the fans. Like it's kind of late, but maybe it works. Who cares? What is going to be judged on? He's going to be judged on wins, not on if he plays Raúl Jimenez or not. So we'll see what happens to him in the next season, but probably won't be following them on this podcast because Raúl Jimenez might not be on the team, but we will see this summer.
No, for sure he won't be on the team.
He got big wages, man. We'll see. It might be hard to move him. So it's not. He still has year in his contract, so it's not a for sure thing, but it's a likely thing. Let's head over to La Liga in Spain. Sevilla, who played 2 games, one against Elche and one against Real Madrid. Tecatito sees 15 minutes against that Real Madrid game where he just kind of, appears. He doesn't have that magical goal like he did on his first comeback game. They lose 2-1, and now their Conference League hopes is looking a little unlikely. I don't think it's going to be happening this season.
Yeah, they will need to win the next game, but also like they will need like 4 other games to go their way so they could reach the 7th place in La Liga, which is not impossible, but unlikely on the next.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't really matter if
this Wednesday Sevilla does what Sevilla does best, and that is winning the Europa League. You know,
the UEFA Sevilla
that's what they
League,
do.
So it's like all they have to do is win that, and then they can go back to the Champions League on the next season.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can say all they have to do, but I mean, they have experience with it, so maybe.
Oh, and Roma is playing really well. Mourinho has never lost a final in an European competition.
I think Roma's actually also fighting for a European spot, so they're both gonna want to take that Champions League spot.
I think they are already on Europa League spots.
Something like that. Yeah, I know they're fighting something. I can't remember where they are exactly on the table, but they're both gonna want it for sure.
Yeah, it's a Champions League spot. You want it.
And the trophy, man. Like, it's a whole trophy.
And the trophy.
So, Andrés Guardado
just ask Tottenham if they would like one.
Real Betis and Andrés Guardado, tell me what happened this week with them.
Well, Andrés Guardado played 2 games this week. He got like 70 minutes in against Getafe, and that was a loss. When you play against Bordalas, you just want to end it. I mean, you're looking for your 1-0, but you don't know if you're gonna get it or them. It's terrorist ball, But anyway, Betis is struggling to create, especially against such a low tight block like Getafe. Guardado created some of it, some long balls, some creative passes. He was one of the most involved players. Still, he went out to seek that goal, to get the draw or the win. And then on the win against Girona, he came on the 80 minutes, like 90 minutes, something like that, at the very end, and he got like 8 minutes time. He just wanted to, like close the match. With this result, this 2-1 against Girona, they're officially Europa League bound. Like they're gonna get European football next season.
For sure.
That's good for Betis. We thought they would maybe reach Champions League, but it was not.
Yeah, what a shot right now from Chivas. It was close to being at 3-2.
Yeah.
It was a pretty decent weekend for Guardado. Not so much for Betis. But let's go ahead and talk about Espanyol and Cesar Montes, who also played 2 games here. What did he do this week?
I mean, Montes has been, like the Air Force for Espanyol, just winning every aerial duel they have. And, he scored twice this week. Once against Atletico Madrid in a draw, and another one against Valencia in a draw. And in general, Espanyol, when defending, they look really bad because they're like, their system is not tight. It's not coordinated. We have seen Montes defending, like really struggling with his position because he doesn't know where he should be along the other 2 center backs and his fullbacks. So he's making a lot of mistakes with the rest of them because it's a mess right now. But still, you see him with the ball, you see him on a 1v1, and he shines. He's really good. And sadly, Espanyol with this tie against Valencia just was relegated. Like this game was tied like in the 90 something minute, and they get relegated. It's sad for them.
The biggest thing was like the no calls, man. The missed calls by the ref. There was like a handball. There was a penalty that could have been on Braithwaite. There was 2 goals taken away from Montes. He scored 3 goals. Just 2 of them were taken back. So it's just, I don't know, man. It was a little shady to me. I'm not gonna put on my conspiracy theorist hat or anything, but I don't know, man. It was just it was a robbery to me in this game. I don't think they should have been relegated today. I think they should have been able to make it to the last match day.
Yeah, it was like tricky. The second goal he got taken away. I could see how it will be a foul. Like it wasn't that clear to me, but it's like whatever. Fighting that. But the game against Atletico Madrid, the first, they really fought for that tie,
Yeah.
Like they tied on the 90 something, the same, and it was just a second time of the match. It was like heroic from Espanyol, and especially from Montes.
Yeah.
He had been great this week. He got 2 man of the match awards.
Back to back.
For a center back.
It was insane. But let me talk to you guys real quick about, to me, one of the most interesting players that we have in Spain and Europe, to be honest with you. It's going to be Jordan Carrillo with Sporting Gijon, who plays 90 minutes. He starts off this game against relegated Ponferradina. They lose 1-4. But it's a great game, man. It's a great game by Jordan Carrillo. He finishes with 3 key passes, 2 out of 2 long balls, 6 out of 8 dribbles, and 5 fouls received. So that tells you how much he's getting to the area, how much like they need to follow him to stop him. Also,
that's Lozano's numbers on
that's
the fouls
Lozano
received.
numbers right there. Yeah. And also he ends up with 12 out of 16 duels on the ground. So it's like that just tells you how dangerous he was and how crazy he was against that defense.
Yeah, how involved He's both on the defense
Yeah.
and on the attack.
He still needs that last pass, that last like shot to be able to finish off like all the insane stuff he does in the midfield and up. But man, like he can really move the game for you. I think he was, if not the best, I think he was one of the best players for Sporting today. Even though they lost against a really good team, they weren't playing very well. He was still like just an amazing piece for them today. I wish we could have seen him more, but I think next season he's definitely gonna get more playing time.
Yeah, hope he will get the whole preseason. Hopefully they fit him in on there, and maybe some other players, maybe
something like that. Yeah, there's a couple rumors in there, but we're gonna see what happens this summer. Nothing at Oviedo. Marcelo Flores is actually already with the youth team in Mexico, so he has joined the youth squad, and he's gonna be playing this summer.
France, not Mexico, but I don't know.
Yeah. Oh no, I meant like the Mexico team, the Mexico sub whatever under whatever they're at.
Yeah,
he's with the youth team. He's gonna be wearing green this summer. Napoli, Chucky Lozano is still injured, so he's not gonna have any more minutes. Maybe not even all summer long. Cremonese, Johan Vasquez, he only comes in for 13 minutes to try to keep a tie against Lazio, but they end up losing it 3-2. Unfortunately, doesn't matter. This team was relegated a couple weeks ago. Salernitana, Memo Ochoa does not even come out to the bench. He actually goes to the Monaco Grand.
Monaco, yeah.
And he's actually there chilling. They give him the day, to be able to attend this event. See Checo Perez, and I think that was cool. I think that shows a lot of like the respect that the team have for him. To be able to give him this little like trip.
I mean, if you want respect from the team, he won the MVP of the season for Salernitana.
Yeah.
Having played like 12 games or something like this, 13?
It's really like, it's a slap in the face of some of the players that have been there all season long. Like, he literally just came in
no,
and said...
the slap in the face was playing like shit. Yeah. That was a slap in the face.
You slapped themselves. Yeah. But, I mean, I think it's crazy. I think it's cool for a team to be able to do that, but you only get that if you perform. And he did. Now we go over to Netherlands, where we usually have the juicy part, man, but I think we had the worst part this time. This is probably one of the off weeks.
Oh, yes. It's off.
Let's start over with Feyenoord, who have a game that doesn't matter. Vitesse wins. Feyenoord loses. Santi Jimenez has no goals. It's the same as last week. They know he wants to score. They know he wants to try to get that miracle for the Golden Boot. He needed like 5 because the Villain scored again, and so did Xavi Simons. Yeah. So he needed 5 goals. It wasn't going to happen. And it was probably one of the most boring games I've seen Feyenoord play the whole season. Ajax, man.
Talking about bad games.
Talking about bad games, man. What a terrible game by Edson Alvarez, and what a bad way to just like say goodbye to the shirt. This is your last game. Most likely, but I mean, anything can happen, like who knows? Maybe they have to wait for the winter window, but oh man, what a terrible way. He messes up on the first goal. He loses a duel that he wasn't supposed to lose. And on the second one, he allows a player to be onside for the attacker to be onside for that second goal. And it's a terrible match overall. He has a couple other mistakes that lead to almost goals, but it doesn't matter. They end up in Europa League, and they could have been a little bit more help from PSV because they did win the game. But if AZ had win and they had won, then they would have been in that Champions League spot. But unfortunately, PSV does win their game, and they're going to be in the Champions League next season.
Yeah, and I mean, if things were worse, they could have gone to Conference League. That's how bad they were on the back end of the season. And I mean, I hope Edson moves, but still, I really like Ajax, and they really need to get new players. Like, they have 11 of the 11 starters, like 3 maybe should be playing next season. Like, they really need to fix everything.
Yeah, and like you were saying, like maybe Conference League would have been like a blessing in disguise for Ajax. Like, it's just, obviously I'd rather see him in Europa League. I think that would be a better competition. And it's not Champions League, so you're going to be there from the get-go. So it gives them a little momentum to try to get in that competition. But who knows, maybe they could have won it, the conference.
No, for sure there will be
I don't know for sure, man. There's some Prem teams that have been trying to win.
For sure there will be one of the of the favorites. That's what I meant. Yeah. And on Europa League, you see Ajax. They're gonna fight for it, but they're not gonna be favored.
Yeah, there's gonna be Prem teams there. There's gonna be good La Liga teams.
Liverpool is gonna play Europa League.
Yeah, man. So I think it'll be a long shot if they do win it. But let's go over to Belgium and talk about Gerardo Arteaga, who plays, I think for me, the best game he's had this season, which is insane because Arteaga enters these playoffs and he says, nah, like, let's play some football, man. Let's play some football. And he's over here playing the best games of his life. Like, he turned it on when he was supposed to turn it on. I wish he would have done it all season long, but this isn't a bad time to start playing. And he ends up with like 80% passes, 2 key passes, 1 out of 1 cross, and 1 out of 3 long balls. He also has 1 goal line clearance that keeps him in the game.
Yeah.
A block and interception.
As good as a goal.
Yeah, and that's as good as a fullback can do for you too. That's insane.
Yeah.
A block, interception, 2 out of 3 ground duels, and 2 out of 3 dribbles. So he was out there doing a little bit of everything. You know, he was defending his side, he was attacking up top, and unfortunately, like, they do win this game 3-1, which is what they needed, but USG and Antwerp tie. So if Antwerp have won, all they needed was a win, and they were going to take the title. Now they need a win, and they need USG to lose their game against Bruges, which Bruges has not been doing very, very well these playoffs.
As this game
can show you. And they have nothing to play for. Like, they have no chance of going higher. They're already in the Conference League. They might rest their players too. So I'm not gonna hold I'm not gonna hold my breath for this 6th trophy. 6, right?
You were gonna hold your thumb?
I'm not gonna hold my thumb for 90 minutes. I'm gonna hold my breath for this 6th trophy, man, because it's looking hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. You said, as you know, like something of a neutral. You know, like it's exciting to see these close games at the end of the seasons. But I mean, it's sad that it came to this because they were like 15 points ahead on January. But
there was no reason.
Like, I mean, it's not impossible. Like Sevilla needs more luck than them.
Yeah.
To get on the conference.
It's not the worst position they can be in, but it's definitely not all up to them, which you never want that in a team, you know?
Yeah.
Before we leave Belgium, let's talk real quick about Theon Wilke and Dagoberto Espinosa. Theon Wilke, who scores in the semifinal of the youth playoffs to get into the 2nd division. Dagoberto, who plays 90 minutes in this game, and they made it to the final. They win the game 4-1, breezed by it, and now they're in the final to try to get to that 2nd division in the youth league in Belgium. So great season for both of them. Theon Wilke has like 11 goals in like 16 games or something. So he's going crazy.
He's doing well.
Him and Jesus Hernandez are just killing it in the youth league. So it's gonna be fun to see. Hernandez is already in the squad. I hope we see Theon Wilke there as well. I know he just came out from injury and he's gonna be playing these games. So I hope he gets included. I want to see him. Man. It'll be
on
super
the youth squads for the summer. You mean?
Yeah, for Mexico.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, I think he had an amazing season, and it'd be good to see if that translates over to Selección, at least youth-wise. But talk to me about Greece and Orbelin Pineda.
Now we get to the Greece stuff, you know? Like, just sadness over sadness, bad results, everything. And now we get to the good stuff. We get to Orbelin Pineda, Almeyda, and the Athenians getting the tuple, I'm not sure how to say it in English.
The
2nd trophy of the season. Is what I mean. And they win the cup, the national cup.
They have won already. I think it's just called the double.
Double.
So, whatever. Sorry, go ahead.
I prefer tuple. The tuple. Anyway, they win the cup. You know, like last week they finished the league, and now they won the cup against PAOK. And Orbelin Pineda played really good attacking football last game, you know, and this week he said, "Oh, you wanna see what I can do? I can do everything." And that he did, because at the beginning of the game, like minute 6 or 5, the right fullback from Athens went down, like took down an opposing player. You know, the how do you call it? The technical foul. You know, like tactical foul, and he got red card. And instead of making a stop, Matias Almeyda say, "Hey, Orbelin, fullback. And fullback, he did. He played like 60 minutes as a fullback. I'm not gonna say he was the second coming of Roberto Carlos, but he did pretty well for an
Yeah.
attacking midfielder playing on fullback, you know. And he was really dangerous on the attack, on the counter. They scored on the 29 minute, no 28, something like that, and then just hold on for dear life, playing one man down the rest of the game. Orbelin came out on the 61, and they actually put in an actual fullback, you know, a defender, and scored the second one on the 92 or 92nd minute. And in general, fucking amazing to see a Mexican doing so well this season, especially when he was just forgotten last season, you know, with Celta, and seeing Celta almost get relegated.
I hope they do.
Maybe relegated.
I hope they do, man. Like, number one, because fuck them. And number two, because then they can actually sell, don't need the money, and they can actually sell Orbelin somewhere. Because I think they were saying they have them in their plans or something like that, but we'll see what happens there. Other than that, we have the Extra Klasa in Poland, Mieslik Nika Santi Naveda, who actually starts the game. He comes off in the 30-something, though, and due to an injury. I hope it's nothing too crazy, though. I hope it's just something small, like, since he's already off the team, you know, they already lost, relegated, and he's going to go back to America. Hopefully it was just a precaution, but I want to ask you, would you like to see him in a youth tournament this summer?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I really like Naveda. I think he's good enough, for sure. The only reason I might prefer he didn't go is if it will, you know, like, impact the time he will get on the preseason with America. Because I feel maybe not as a starter, but he should be like the 12th or 30th player for America.
Yeah.
You know, like I think he's almost ready to be that level or a starter maybe.
He's interesting, man. Like, I don't know if it's just like the little love that we got from him because we watched him week in and week out.
Yeah.
But it's just he's got just like a little something there, man. So I hope that he can transfer that. He can mature in the ways that he needs to mature, which is like, you know, useless fouls or
Just play.
You know, just be able to not come out here and break legs for no reason. You know, if he can do that, he's gonna be a great DM.
Yeah, I hope.
Yeah. So other than that, I think that's it for all the players. But tell me, who was your player of the match week?
Oh, come on! It couldn't be anyone but Cesar Montes.
2 goals, 2 games as a center back.
From a center back.
Almost single-handedly kept his team in the first division of Spain. Like, almost saved his team single-handedly, but they took away 2 goals. But man, like, there's no one else. There's nobody else you can say.
No, I mean, even if Arteaga did have a very good game, is not the same.
It's not 2 goals in one game. It's not 2 goals in one game. Other than
2 goals in 2 games.
Yeah, it's not 2 goals in 2 games. Sorry. But what was your favorite game of this week?
Oh, I mean, seeing Espanyol come back against Atletico, it's great, and I really like watching Atletico. You know, I'm a really big fan of Simeone and Griezmann. So, oh, come on, they're great.
Yeah, no, like the game was insane to me to watch. Like, it was like, I think mostly because of that hope that you get. No, like, you got that 1 point that you weren't supposed to get. You're 1 step closer. Like, you can maybe save yourself in the next game. Obviously, what happened. But I don't know. It was just the post-match feeling, you know?
Yeah, I get that.
It was a good thing to couple it with a good game.
Yeah.
Other than that, before you start with the extra column of the episode, let me talk about Rafa Marquez real quick, who ended with Barcelona B in the 3rd division of Spain. He ended up in the 4th spot of the league table, which means he's going to the playoffs to take this team into the 2nd division of Spain. So Rafa Marquez has been doing amazing with his team, and in his first season, he's looking to, you know, promote this team.
Yeah, he might. It will be really exciting to see, you know, Barca Athletic playing Oviedo and Gijon. You know, like we will actually maybe get to see them.
Yeah,
we can usually see them.
There's no way you can find them. You can't see them anywhere. So yeah, it'd be good to actually find the games.
Yeah. But yeah, it will be really cool to see him. I hope he's good, because again, Barcelona has the best youth teams in the world. That's known. I
Yeah.
hope it's not only that they have good players, but that he's a good coach. I suppose he is. I haven't watched them enough.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the most interesting part, though. The fact that we might be able to see his games if he goes up, because then
Yeah,
we can actually see how he plays. I have no clue how Rafa Marquez plays his teams.
yeah,
So hopefully, this will give us a little more insight
Um,
into like how he lines them up and everything.
yeah. He has to put them to play. Like the Barca way.
Yeah, the
Like
4-3-3, all
they
that.
put
Yeah,
a lot of touching.
yeah. But
The
it'll be
ball. I mean.
hey, chill out, chill out, chill out, chill out. All right, so we'll go ahead and start with the extra section of the episode.
And yeah, on the gossip column, as I like to call it, Edson, Alvarez, and Dortmund. Like we've been talking about this for the last weeks. It seems like it's everything but done, and this next week it will be finalized before the beginning of the actual transfer season. Who knows? But I feel it will be. And it's a match made in heaven. Both bottle their leaks at the end.
It's bottling week, man. It's bottling week.
It's bottling week. Just as Chivas, they're bottling really hard.
A 2-0 lead. It's not over yet, though. It's not over yet.
It's not over yet. Oh, it's getting good. If you see us a little like not in the podcast, because we're watching the final as it is happening and it's getting really good. Arteaga, it seems there have been a couple of rumors about him leaving Genk. I'm pretty sure it's like time. It feels like it's time for Arteaga to leave Genk. Like it feels like their time is over. I feel like he needs to move on.
Wow, how close. Go ahead.
I mean, I feel like it's time for them to move on, especially because I don't want to keep watching the Belgian league. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Someone's gonna go. It's a good league. Like someone's gonna go there. I think more Mexicans should go there. It's a good league to develop in.
I'd rather watch the extra class than the Belgian league.
No, dude, no.
There's more blood.
It just sounds cooler. That's the only thing it's got, man. It just sounds cooler.
Also, there's been a couple of rumors about Lozano going to France, to Lyon, and maybe Marseille. I think that was the rumors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I have never seen it's not normal for French teams that are not PSG to spend a big bucks, and they will need really big bucks for Lozano.
They're developers, man. To not say farmers, they're developers. So like they definitely like that cheap talent that can then sell and flip for a bunch of money.
Yeah,
it sounds interesting, but who knows, man?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would like to watch him in there. Like I think he will shine. Their defenders being a little weaker than somewhere else. But who knows? I don't know. I'm not tied to any idea of Lozano playing in some team in special. Like who knows?
Yeah.
And they're saying as well in the on the back of a lot of Ajax misery. They've been saying Sanchez might leave the team next season. Who knows? Feels like it will be like a really expensive sell for a player that is not playing that well.
Yeah.
I don't know who will want him.
It's gonna be interesting to see. I hope they give him another shot, man. Like,
I mean, if someone can turn him around, it's Ajax. But who knows? And finally, something that's nothing to do with neither Europe nor regulars, like it's just Liga MX sadness, and that is that it seems to be that America will buy Kevin Alvarez for $11 million.
That's a number, man. That's a number. I
mean, $11 million.
But
what the fuck?
It does have to do with Europe because we thought he was gonna go to Europe. So now this kind of kills that idea that we had, PSV, Ajax, whatever. like he would have fit right into both those teams. So if that's the case, like obviously you can still have a starter fullback that plays in America. It's still quality. I think it's still gonna work. But obviously it would have been cool to see him over there and develop a little more on the
it's
overseas.
weird. You know, it's weird to spend that much for a fullback in general.
Hey, they're not
And
paying you
then-
that.
Yeah. But also Isaías from Pachuca will be sold to Toluca, which just proves my point that I always say when talking about it. That is, Almada does not need fullbacks. Like, he can take two windshield cleaners from the street and you say, hey, you playing fullback for Pachuca? Just playing here. You play fullback. And 2 months, he's a national team level.
He don't even need that, but he already got 2 on his coat right now, man. Like he just gotta pull them out. Like he's set, bro. He does not need fullback. So I don't think
He's
they're gonna miss
very
him.
good with fullback. I mean, in Santos, in Pachuca, he always develops youths in those places.
He knows how. He knows how.
Great.
So I think I don't think they're gonna miss Alvarez too much, but I think on the other hand, America's gonna be really useful of him. So it was a good move.
And whatever, so you don't have to play like you know.
Anything is an upgrade, man. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see, obviously. But yeah, looks like it's gonna be a Liga MX legend.
It feels like that, you know. But I thought that was gonna happen with Sanchez. I when he turned 25, I didn't thought he would go to Europe, and still like someone in Ajax didn't watch Liga MX.
Didn't watch Pachuca.
And it was really weird. Oh, cabrón.
3. Oh man. All the Chivas fans are clenched right now, man.
You could hear just like 40,000 sphincters.
My sound
right
is
now.
off, bro, and I heard it. Like I'm on mute, and I heard that shit.
It's all the way from Guadalajara. So anyway, we have to close it because I really want to watch the second
half of
extra
extra
time, you
time.
know.
But yeah, guys, all right. I appreciate you guys listening to this episode. We will see you guys next week. Remember, follow us on all social media, like we told you guys in the beginning, and go ahead and comment. Let us know how you feel about the episode. We will see you guys on Monday. You guys have a great week.
You're around, and Chivas are bottling so hard.